Hello, welcome, Marlene here. Yesterday I shared this adorable Santa cookie design, and today is the coordinating Rudolph. If you want to purchase these cookie cutters, you'll find the link in the description box. And now on to today's video. Scarf. Starting with a little bit here of scarf, I'm going to do a white base here. I'm leaving a little bit at the end so that we can do the little fringe. So I'm just going like this and filling. And then I'm going to add some green and red to create like a bit of the look like it's netted. So there, you don't have to worry about smoothing it too much since we're going to be marbling it. There. Now I'm taking my red icing and I'm just adding some stripes here, top to bottom, leaving a space in between for the green line, like that. And now the green immediately in between. There. And then I'm going to pull on the edges like that, the center. And then we're going to pull out at the middle here and here. And that's enough. And now I'm just grabbing the same colors to create like a fringe coming out the end of the scarf. So just like that. And then red in the middle. Try to keep them separate. There. Now the face, I'm just adding kind of like an ivory, a dark ivory color. I added some gold to my ivory. It wasn't quite dark enough, so that seemed to brighten it up a little. And just fill in the front, like the nose eye area. There. And while this is wet, I'm going to drop some really like big pearls in here. They're 8mm pearls. I want a more kind of like a bigger eye. So right here in these little rounds, I'm dropping in the eyes. And now the last bit that we can do now are the ears. And I'm just doing one movement here to the other side, and then just fill all this in. And we're going to let all this dry before moving on to our next steps. We can do all this because obviously, as you can see, nothing is touching each other. There. So once this is dry, we'll be able to, or at least crusted, we'll be able to move on to our next steps. I piped some red dots on a plastic pouch to create some royal icing transfers, and they've dried, and now I'm just brushing them with a little bit of luster dust to get them to be like shiny, make Rudolph's nose a little bit more like it's glowing. I'm just gently painting these. The dry brush, I'm just getting them to kind of glisten. Finishing off the face here. I'm just filling in the rest in the same brown as the ears, as you can see. And now I'm just taking a royal icing transfer and dropping that in the wet icing. Once this has had time to dry, I'll be able to do the scarf. I waited for this part because I'm going to use this icing to make the horn color, the antler color, and so that's why I didn't do it right now. Now for the antlers, I put my brown back in a bowl and added a few drops to darken it up, and now I can come in and add the antlers. Connect to the ear right here. Fill all this in. There, and now over here. And let's smooth this out. The other side, exactly the same thing. And smooth this side out, and we're done for this. Now for the scarf, I'm just filling in down here, connecting to the face, and there we go. I'm going to alternate, same as before with the red and the green, taking the red, and I'm not doing straight lines. I'm kind of curving them like that. And now in the middle of each, I'm taking my green. If you do it straight, it just doesn't look natural. It doesn't look like it's puffy. And now I'm just going to drag here at the bottom and at the top, like that, and then right down the middle, and then the other way, right here. Create like the look of knit. And while this is wet, I'm going to drop a little star in there just for a little added touch right here. And that's it. You see? We have a nice knit scarf. And now I'm just dropping in some squiggly gray lines to look like tangled up Christmas lights on his antlers. So you just let the icing fall where it may. So I'm just adding some random dots all over here to look like lights. Now with the green, same thing. There we go. There's Rudolph. A little bit of blush on the cheeks of our little Rudolph here. And here are the two designs together, Santa and Rudolph, the perfect little holiday set. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads, and I'll see you next time.